Welcome back to the lesson. In our previous video, we've discussed about how to create a tuple in Python. And in this video, we'll be discussing about how to access tuple items. Now, if you already understand how to access list items in our previous lessons, I would say congratulations, because you already know how to access tuple items because the concept is completely the same. So we can basically access tuple elements using their index. And I believe we already know that indexing always begins from 0. So our first tuple element has the index of 0, which is apple, 1, banana, 2, 3, 4. So the concept is exactly the same. So now if we go ahead and print our tuple right here, my tuple, we know we're going to get everything inside of our tuple. And if we wanted to access individual elements, we simply refer to their index inside a square bracket like so. So for instance, if we go ahead and say we wanted to access element with index 0, which is apple, we're going to be having apple after running our script, which is right here. And we can also go ahead and use negative indexing right here. Remember, the negative indexings always start from the end of our element. So instead of starting from the beginning, now with 0, we get the first element. But with -1, we're going to get the last element right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Now let's go ahead and say we wanted to access element of -1 index. And let's go ahead and now run our script. We should be having pineapple. Yes. So friend, this is very straightforward. I know you already know all of this concept in our previous lessons. So let's not waste most of our time here and move forward. Now let's go ahead and discuss about accessing range of elements using the slice operator. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's say instead of accessing individual elements, let's say we wanted to access elements starting from index 2 to, let's put the slice operator, which is a colon, and then to index 4. Alright, now let's analyze our output. We know index 2 starts from here because this is 0, 1, 2. So index 2 starts from here, and index 4 is right here. So 2, 3, 4, index 4 right here. But remember, the index 4 element is excluded. So we're not going to be getting the pineapple right here, but rather we're going to get index 2 and 3, which is cherry and mango. So this should be our expected output when we print out this range of characters inside of our tuple, 2 to 4. Now let's go ahead and run our script to see for ourselves. Yes, as you can see, we have a tuple return with cherry and mango. Alright, that's how we access a range of elements. Now, using the slicing operator, if we leave out the starting and then specify or provide the ending just like this, so it's going to now start from 0 to the ending that we are specifying right here. So it's basically now going to start from 0, which is apple, to ending, which is 4, which is pineapple. But the element at the ending index, which is pineapple, is not going to be returned, is excluded. So now our output should be apple, from apple to mango right here. So let's go ahead and run our script. As you can see, we have apple through mango. Alright, and now let's go ahead and now specify the starting. Let's say 1, and then leave out the ending. As you can see, if you remember correctly, our range now is going to start from 1, which is banana, and goes all the way to the end of our tuple because we leave out the ending. We didn't specify any ending, so it's going to print out everything starting from index 1 to the end of our tuple. So now our expected output is from banana to pineapple. So now let's go ahead and run our script. Yes, as you can see, we have banana through pineapple. And now let's go ahead and try printing out a range of characters using negative indexing. So now let's go ahead and say we wanted to start from -4, like so, to -1, -1 like so. So now our output is going to be, as you can see, -4 is right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is -4, and -1 is pineapple. -4 is banana. So our range of character, our expected output is going to start from -4 to -1, but the element at -1 is excluded, so we're going to be getting only -4, -3, -2, which is banana, cherry, and mango. So this should be our expected output. And now let's go ahead and run our script. And as you can see, we have banana, cherry, and mango. So friend, that will be it for this video. That's all about accessing tuple items. I trust this is very much clear to you because you are already familiar with this concept in our previous lessons. and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. And in our next video, we'll be discussing about how to update our tuple items. Even though we know that tuples are unchangeable and immutable, meaning their values cannot be changed, but there is a workaround, and I'll be showing you exactly how to do that in our next video. So with that being said, I will see you in the next one.